Welcome to Judge Zone, where every lie gets exposed and every absence gets a price tag. Today, a mother-in-law takes her son's fiancée to court over a deal she already agreed to, and a father making six figures who has not spent a dollar on his kids. Two cases, zero accountability. Let's get into it.
Case number 1, the mother-in-law took them in. Now she's taking her to court.
Okay. Miss Miller, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Miller, you brought this case before the court. What is going on?
This is my
future
son's
daughter-in-law.
baby mama.
Okay.
Future daughter-in-law.
And Tracy. So Tracy leaves the kids with me and didn't come back to check on the kids, haven't done anything, just dropped them off and took off and expects me to take care of the children with no money. She doesn't drop food off, she didn't leave any clothes, she didn't do anything. Tracy says she works all the time. That's what she tells me.
Okay.
That's where she is. So she hasn't done anything with the kids.
Okay.
And they're small kids. They're 3 and 4. I'm trying to deal with a 3 and 4-year-old while she runs around and does whatever Tracy decides she wants to do.
Okay.
A grandmother walks into court holding secrets she never expected to share. Her son's baby mama left 2 toddlers on her doorstep with no money, no food, no clothes. 6 months later, she finally reached her breaking point. Watch what happens next.
Okay. Is her name Tracy?
Yes, Tracy. Tracy, I guess is what it is.
It's Tracy, Judge.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's just Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So special. She's very special.
According to your son, I am.
Ooh.
Okay. Tracy,
He just has bad
what's
taste
your last
in women.
name?
My name is Tracy Smith, Judge.
Smith. Okay.
Yes, and I'm prepared. I watch your court hearings on Zoom and the other
Kiss it
courts.
up. Are you really
So I'm-
kiss it up?
Excuse me.
Oh,
There is
sorry.
nothing wrong with watching hearings on Zoom. That's not kissing up.
It just sounds like a kiss up to me.
No. Well,
that would be Tracy.
What-
That would be her.
Okay.
Tracy walked in prepared, notes in hand, having studied every courtroom hearing she could find. But the moment she introduced herself, the tension in that room shifted completely. Grandma was not impressed, and the judge had not even started asking the hard questions yet.
Okay, Mrs. Miller, we are going to be nice and
Yes,
respectful.
I apologize,
It's not
Your Honor.
kissing up if she is watching court on Zoom. That's why we live
Yeah,
stream, so
yeah.
you can watch it. And a lot of people watch it to get prepared. I see you have your notes there.
Yes,
I see that she has notes there. That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay, but I would watch it if I wasn't watching kids and kid shows, but that's because I got kids, but
Your Honor, I don't
understand.
know why
I
she's so
understand.
mean to me.
Oh,
Like,
here
I
go the
don't
tears.
understand.
Here go the tears.
Okay,
Here go the tears.
hold on. Miss Smith, I'll get over to you in just a moment. Okay, now, Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
you said she dropped the kids off and go do.
The judge had to restore order before things spiraled. Tracy said she studied court hearings to prepare herself. Grandma fired back instantly. But the judge made one thing crystal clear. Preparation is respected here. What the judge asked next stopped everyone cold.
How do you know the things that she do?
She claims she's working, but she claims she has no money. I'm trying to figure out how that works. How do you work but have no money for your children? I mean, I'm confused because I don't understand that.
How long have the children been with you?
6 months.
6 months. And who dropped them off to you?
She did.
Okay.
Tracy did.
I'm assuming the two of you don't get along.
She's not my favorite person. No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's really not. She's really not.
I mean, well, why is that?
I just don't.
curious.
Because she lies. She's not taking care of her children. She tricked my son into having children with her.
The judge asked the question everyone in that room was thinking. How does a working mother have zero money for her own children? Grandma had raised 6 months of frustration, and it all poured out. But the judge wanted facts, not feelings. Keep watching.
I did not
just
trick
don't
your son
understand.
into my bed. I
don't
didn't trick your son into my bed. He got there
She
voluntarily.
kind of got a
That's
point
what
there.
you offered.
And very happily, might
That's
I
what
add.
you offered. So he got in the bed.
Okay, so how do you know their relationship?
My son tells me things.
Right. You
then-
only get it, hear me out, you're only getting information from your son. And I'm not saying that your son is not being truthful, but that's just one side of it. It's always another side.
I see stuff.
And it seems like you're very passionate about your grandchildren.
Yes, I am.
So you should at least pretend to get along with their mother.
Grandma accused Tracy of tricking her son. Tracy fired back without hesitation, and the courtroom went completely still. The judge had to refocus the entire room. But what came next revealed something important about how little this grandmother actually knew about her own son.
I mean, she did drop the kids off to you, so she must trust you, right?
I don't say anything bad about her.
Wait a minute. She did trust you enough to drop the children off to you, right?
Or she had no one else.
Okay, but even still, with having no one else, she could have put the kids with somebody that she really didn't know.
But my grandchildren, she was.
That's my point. She trusted you enough to bring them to you.
Good point. Point
okay. Now, isn't it fair to say
my son's idea?
Part of your son's idea to do what?
Drop the children off to me. She probably didn't think about it.
Okay, is that a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing. I'm just saying she probably didn't contribute to that. It was probably his decision. Yeah.
Okay.
The judge made a point that silenced the grandmother completely. If Tracy truly could not be trusted, why did those children land on her doorstep? That one question reframed the entire case. And the grandmother's answer revealed more than she intended it to.
Okay, I'm not following.
She probably would have just left them with anybody.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. I object, Your Honor.
What you objected for? You ain't no attorney. How you objected?
Wait, she has the right to object. Both of you can object.
Oh,
you
I didn't know
represent
that.
yourself.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, now I'm listening.
Now, what is your objection?
That's not true.
Okay, what is your legal objection?
That it's not true.
All right, so that's not a legal objection.
She's not an attorney.
So it doesn't matter. She watches court on Zoom, so she is learning how to represent herself.
Right.
Let's not knock anyone for trying to represent themselves. That's not a legal objection, unfortunately. So I'm going to allow her to keep speaking, okay? Okay.
Grandma tried to object, but there was one major problem. She had no legal grounds to stand on. The judge calmly explained the difference between emotion and legal argument. Tracy watched quietly, and what the judge said about self-representation changed the whole room's energy.
Okay, now, Mrs. Miller, is there anything else you want me to know? Well, before I go there, let me ask you a question. Did you all communicate at all about why the children were being dropped off to you?
My son is in the military.
Okay.
So Tracy should be taking care of the children.
Okay.
But she got this new career that she has to worry about. So
that's a good thing, right?
If it'll keep you away from your children, no.
Okay.
No.
And you said 6 months they've been with you.
Mm-hmm. 6 months.
Was there a discussion about it being a temporary thing, or was it just permanent?
Temporary.
Oh,
you told me it was going to be temporary?
I told your son it was going to be temporary.
You didn't tell me it was going to be temporary when you dropped him off.
The judge uncovered a detail that reframed everything. The son was actively serving in the military overseas. A career was growing. An arrangement had been made. But the grandmother never received the full picture from her own son. The truth was about to surface.
Okay, so I see kind of what's going on here. Sounds like a lot of miscommunication. You're communicating with your son directly about the things that she and your son discussed, but your son is not really relaying it to you as though he spoke to her about it. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like, but my son wouldn't lie. He wouldn't make up things.
He wouldn't lie, but you would.
Okay, wait a minute. So you said your son wouldn't lie. Did he tell you?
Did she just call me a liar, though? Did you just call me a liar, girl?
I don't think she said that. I didn't hear that word.
It better not have been that word.
Yeah, I don't think she said that word.
Gift for rewriting reality.
Miss Smith, we will get to you shortly.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it.
The judge laid it out plainly. The grandmother was getting information filtered through her son, not from Tracy directly, not from conversations, just one side of a complicated story. Then someone in that courtroom got accused of lying, and the room erupted instantly.
Okay.
I should know that by now. I watch your court all the time. I won't do it again.
Just gotta watch them YouTubes a little closer next time.
Okay, that was not nice.
I'm sorry. You said be nice.
Miss Miller.
I apologize.
You do not have to act like that, okay?
I don't. I
apologize. When we first started talking, you said she was your son's baby mama, and I believe she said they were engaged or fiance or something.
Nah, they ain't.
So couldn't it be that your son doesn't tell you everything?
She got a ring on.
I mean, I thought I heard her say that.
So you got money to buy a ring?
No,
but you ain't got money for the kids.
Your son bought
But you took the
ring.
You should have said, no, give my mama the money give your mother the money for the babies.
Is it my turn?
Okay.
No, but you put the ring on so you can flash it. Flash
Mrs.
it.
Miller.
Flash
Mrs.
it.
Miller.
Flash it again, girls.
Grandma could not believe her son spent money on an engagement ring when she was raising his children without support. The judge tried to stay on track, but this moment exposed the real wound underneath everything, and it had nothing to do with child support.
Mrs. Miller, it's a beautiful ring. Now, is there anything
Sure
else
is.
you
Look
want
like
me
it
to
costs a
know?
little money too, don't it?
And it sounds like that's a conversation you need to have with your son on another day. Is there anything else
There's
you
no
want me
proof
to
that
know?
he paid for that, though.
Is there
There's no
anything
proof.
else you want me
No,
to know?
Your Honor, that's it.
Okay, so I can move over to
Yes,
Miss
Your
Smith
Honor.
then.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Miss Smith, it is your turn. What do you want me to know?
Your Honor, she absolutely has not had my kids consistently for 6 months.
Lie.
Okay, how long have Miss Miller?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Ms.
just making
Miller?
notes on what she was saying. I apologize.
Yes, you can quietly make notes.
I apologize.
Quietly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So her son and I are very much so in love, and he just recently joined the military.
I'm sorry. I should have had some water before I sit down. I apologize. I apologize.
The judge finally turned to Tracy and gave her the floor. She had sat quietly, taking notes, holding herself together through every accusation. Now it was time to speak. What she revealed about her son, her career. And this family stopped the courtroom completely.
He recently joined the military and he's deployed right now. He's probably going to flip out when he finds out what his mom has done by bringing me to child support court. So
he doesn't know that.
no, he doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't know. I haven't been able to talk to him yet because he's on deployment. So unless she told him, my understanding is he doesn't know. I just got these papers handed to me like maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
To be here.
Yes, and I've emailed him, but I haven't got a response yet. He has limited access right now while he's overseas.
Okay, so it is indeed a fact that you dropped the children off to grandmother 6 months ago.
Yes, so the court knows I'm a influencer, and I hate saying that because I'm still growing right now. I'm in
Okay.
the growing stage. And
Tracy dropped a detail that shifted everything. Her fiancé was actively deployed overseas and had no idea his own mother had taken her to court. She had emailed him. No response. Limited access, and this grandmother filed paperwork without telling her own son first.
And so I do like travel blogs and things like that, which require me to travel.
Object, question. Which one can I do
excuse
to
me.
question what she said? What's an influencer? What is?
So
what's
what
this
is your
Tracy
legal
doing
what is
now?
your legal objection?
The legal objection is that she's lying,
That's not a legal objection. And there will be
falsifying information. Falsifying information. What's
Okay.
an influencer? What's that she says she does?
okay,
So
that's
that's false.
all right, that's not a legal objection either. So I'm going to allow her to finish because then maybe you can hear what an influencer is.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
All right. Continue.
So I don't get paid a lot. Mostly they just kind of cop the expenses and stuff while I'm growing my channel. Before he deployed about 7 months ago.
Tracy tried to explain her career, and Grandma interrupted, demanding to know what an influencer actually was. The judge had to intervene. Again, but what Tracy said next about her income, her channel, and her growing brand added crucial context the court needed to hear.
And he did not want me to give up my growing career. I'm starting to get a lot of traction on social media. And so he told me that he talked to his mom and agreed that she would take care of the kids while I have to travel. And I don't travel for like a month at a time. I'm gone maybe 5 days to 7 days, and I'm back 2 or 3, and I get my kids. And then if I have to travel again, I leave them with her. You know, I don't have my mom. And so when I got in this relationship, I wanted to have a good relationship with her, and I don't know why she's so mean to me. Like, I have beautiful children with her son, and I'm a good person.
Tracy explained that her fiancé encouraged her not to quit before deploying. He told her he had spoken directly with his mother about the arrangement. The children would be cared for. The career would grow. But Grandma claimed she heard none of that conversation.
And so if she doesn't want to take care of them or help me anymore, I can give up being a influencer.
And get a
I'll
real
keep my
job.
kids.
And excuse me. Influencing. When you say influencing, you're talking about social media, content creator, that kind of stuff?
Yes, and my specific niche is travel videos. And, you know, they're young right now. I hope when they're older, you know, my fiance and I plan to integrate the kids and do like family trips and show how to travel on a budget. Like, we have a plan marked out for it, but his deployment right now, you know, he's going to get out of the military when his term is up this time. He's not re-enlisting.
Okay.
So if she's not willing to help us, like, you know, my fiance said, I'll take them back, but she doesn't talk to me.
Tracy made something clear. If this arrangement was no longer working, she would walk away from everything she had built without hesitation. Her children came first, always. The judge listened carefully, and then asked a question about the future that changed the tone completely.
And I send them with food and groceries when I have to travel. It's not like, you know, not to mention
treats. That ain't
not
no
to
food.
mention my fiance, when he's here, we live together. We're happily together. My fiance pays, she's on our phone plan. She, my fiance pays like some of the bills at the house and stuff. So while it's not maybe coming from me directly, it's from our household.
Okay, I
Because
understand.
we're getting married. When he gets permission for leave, we're going to be married. Whether she likes it or not, whether she's there or not, we're going to be married.
Okay. I see what's going on here. It sounds like a lot of miscommunication going on, not only between she and her fiance.
Tracy said she sends food every time she travels. Her fiancé pays bills. They contribute from their household. But Grandma had a very different version of what showed up at her door. The disconnect between these two women ran far deeper than anyone expected.
Fiance, well, not necessarily between the two of them. I believe that based on what she just said, they knew what they were doing, but your son is not communicating with you, and the two of you aren't communicating with each other.
But Your Honor, she says that he was doing the paying part of the bills. He's always paid part of my bills. That was before the children came. So
Okay.
for her to say he's paying the bills for the children, he's not paying those bills for the children. He's always taking care of his mother.
I don't think that's what she meant by that. I don't believe that's what she meant. And
Your
in
Honor,
order
you
for
just don't know Tracy. You just don't. You just
well, it
don't.
sounds like you don't know a whole lot about
You just don't.
their relationship. You didn't even know that this is about to be your daughter-in-law.
The judge pinpointed exactly where this family's communication had collapsed. It was not about money. It was not about the children. It was about a son who was not giving his mother the full story, and Grandma defending a position built on incomplete information.
Hi, Mom.
Girl, don't say that to me no more. Now, I had a nice girl picked out for him to live down the street. Keisha was sweet. He went to school with her. He
Keisha's
could have had a
missing a
nice girl and stuff. And then he went and got this girl right here because she did things with him that little Keisha wasn't going to do. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to slander her. But I do want to say that Miss Influencer should be able to pay for her children that live with me. She brings like Rice Krispie treats and cookies, and
That's what
that
my
ain't no
kids like.
food. They need noodles. I don't know how to cook noodles.
I have one question.
Grandma finally said it out loud. She had someone else in mind for her son, a girl from down the street, sweet, familiar, and Tracy was simply not her. This was never just about child support. This was about acceptance, and it showed.
I have one question. When she dropped these children off to you, did she say that she was never coming back to pick them up? Or did she say that this was a temporary situation?
She said, I am pursuing a career that requires me to travel a little.
Okay.
So I need you to watch the children while I do that. Well, of course, they're my son's children. Of course,
Right.
I'm going to watch the children. But no, she did not say that it was going to be this long and she was going to be gone.
Did your son tell you it was temporary?
Well, I don't like to bother him, with some of this stuff.
The judge asked Grandma directly, when Tracy dropped those children off, did she say she was never coming back? Or did she say this was temporary? The grandmother's answer in that moment told the court everything it needed to know about the real situation.
That wasn't my question. Did your son tell you that this was a temporary situation while they were, trying to sort things out with military and
Yeah,
a
he
job?
said why she started her little career.
Okay, so
That you need to watch, I was going to have the kids.
so you agreed, and I believe there is.
But 6 months?
Do y'all have anything you want me to look at? Because I see that you have documents over here. I see that you have. Looks like you just
No, I
have
just
notes.
have my notes, Your Honor.
I have the email that my husband, my almost husband, sent to his mom.
Could you stop saying that? And you have his
should
email
get
address,
used to
don't you?
it.
Don't you check his email? So you probably sent that email.
But how do you know?
Thank you.
Because that's the kind of person she is.
Come on,
And
Mrs.
so
Miller.
The email
Thank
states
you.
like
Tracy pulled out an email from the fiancé. sent directly to his mother, confirming the entire arrangement. Grandma immediately accused her of writing it herself. The judge took the document. Read it carefully, and what it said made Grandma's entire case begin to fall apart.
Like, if she could watch them while I travel, and you haven't heard her deny, I get them when I come back. It's never for longer than 5, maybe 7 days at a time. And if she wants to
How much money have you given toward this? See how she talks? See, there's the real her. There's the real her coming out right now.
No,
Go ahead.
no,
Don't stop
no.
that crying. Just keep going like that.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. You keep interrupting her. You keep interrupting
That's
her.
because she be lying.
She did it to you too. So I can't just say that you're 100% at fault. You both are doing it. I don't see how y'all are going to be able to work together with these children if you can't even get a word in. Now, in this email,
See, she interrupted
it is very clear what the intentions were.
The judge had to pause the entire proceeding. Both women were talking over each other, and neither was listening. But buried inside that chaos was a question about money that Tracy had not yet fully answered. The judge was about to demand a real response.
It is very clear that this was a temporary situation and you agree to help them.
She wrote that email. I agreed to keep my grandchildren because I didn't want anybody else to
That's
have
what
them.
the email says.
I agreed. I did agree.
Okay, so
I'll take that.
Mrs. Miller, I don't like to tell people what their intentions are, but it does not seem like you did anything here today other than to come and waste my time. Because you should not have filed a child support situation on her. You should not. It's
She's
very
the mother.
clear. It is very clear that this arrangement was for you to help not only her, but to help your son as well.
The judge read the email aloud, and the room went silent. The arrangement was clear. The agreement was documented. Grandma had agreed to help her son and his fiancée. Filing for child support against that exact arrangement was not just wrong, it was a waste of court time.
And then, if it's true what she also said, that she hasn't been able to communicate with her husband, he doesn't even know that you did this. I'm sorry, your son, her fiance, he doesn't even know that you did this. You think he's gonna be impressed to know that his mother did that to his fiance?
He'll understand. He'll understand.
No, that's not funny. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. Things like this is what makes it hard for families. Child support is hard enough on anybody. But to file it simply because you don't like the other person, that's just mean.
Well, also she has money. She's not paying. She doesn't give anything. She running around
What
talking
was the
about
agreement
doing
with
the
that?
job.
The judge reminded Grandma of something she had not considered. Her son, still overseas with limited communication, had no idea what his mother had done to the woman he planned to marry. When he found out, that relationship would face a test it might not survive.
What is it? Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Miss Smith, what was the agreement, if any, for financial support of these children while your husband was on deployment and you were traveling for work?
My fiance continues to pay some of the bills, like her phone bill, and I think he pays the internet and gives her money when he's there. But
Always done that.
I also drop off groceries for the days when she does watch them. But I want to let the court know, if she wants to completely destroy her relationship with her son and with my children,
what happens with me and my son?
I will pick them up and they will not be going back to her house. And this is why I can't.
Well, I don't want you to do that.
Object to a threat. Can I object to a threat?
Tracy broke it down clearly. Phone bill, internet, groceries delivered before every trip. Her fiancé. It was not nothing. But Grandma wanted a different kind of payment. And then Tracy said something that made the judge stop her. Immediately,
Well, she didn't actually threaten you with
She said
anything.
she's going to take the kids and not let me see them
And
anymore.
that's not a legal objection.
Oh, well,
and
it's a
I mean,
threat.
I would never recommend anybody to stop children from seeing the other parts of their family.
Right.
However,
right.
you're going to have to play fair. You're going to have to play fair. If there was, according to this email, there's nothing in here that said any exchange of financial anything for the children from her to you.
And that's why I filed for child support.
Why
Right,
won't
but
you just give me a chance? Like, I'm a good person.
Yo, that is a good
son
question.
Loves me.
Miss Smith, let me ask the question. But I'm going to piggyback off what she said. Why? Just give her a chance.
Tracy pushed back hard and the judge had to step in with a firm reminder. No one in that courtroom should use children as leverage. The email showed no financial agreement existed. Grandma filed without legal standing, and the judge was ready to make a ruling.
It sounds like she really loves your son, and it sounds like her son really loves her too. So y'all should be working together as a family at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially
Judge.
with him not being here. This is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to get to know each other.
But she's never here. She's traveling with that little new job.
Call her and you all sit down and have a conversation. Get to know each other. This is not the place to do it. This is where bitterness, bitter feelings, all of those things come into place. This is not the court. This is not the court. This is not the place to be doing these types of things. All right?
The judge stepped back from the legal arguments and spoke to both women as people. This family had a real opportunity to come together while a soldier served overseas. But bitterness and miscommunication were destroying something that could have been genuinely beautiful. The ruling was coming.
I'm going to deny your request, and I'm going to dismiss this case because you do not have a reason to ask for child support. It's very clear from this email that you knew what the situation was and you agreed to help them. And you're getting financial support from it. It's just not what you're looking for, but that was the agreement, to continue paying the bills and everything like that.
I won't be dropping them off on Monday, so.
You ain't gonna have that already there. You probably not coming.
No, hold on. Yes, you are. Because y'all are gonna do what? Y'all gonna go have a conversation.
Did you hear her? We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes.
The judge dismissed the case completely. The agreement was documented. Financial support was already in place. Grandma had filed out of personal resentment, not legal need. But even after the ruling, Grandma threatened to end the arrangement entirely. And the judge was not finished speaking.
Yes. Y'all are gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have to play
y'all
nice,
are gonna
not
work
just in
this
front
out.
of the judge.
And you are too. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Can we order counseling? Is that an option?
Girl, please.
Well, I can't necessarily order counseling because
Because I can't talk to her. Look how she reacts.
Here's the
Girl,
deal. Here's the
please.
deal. I cannot order that. That is not what we do in child support court, but I would highly recommend and encourage it. And it can be done. And I have faith in the both of you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
The judge left both women with something more valuable than a court order. A real conversation between two people who loved the same man and the same children. This case was a painful reminder that family fractures when communication fails. Stay for the next case. It gets even more intense. Like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a ruling. Case number 2. He makes $120,000 a year and hasn't spent $1 on his children.
Miss Hennigan, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my ex-husband, since last year, doesn't come and get our children, doesn't take care of them, and he is just in and out of their lives, and I'm tired of it.
Okay. How many children do you all have?
We have 2 children.
All right. You said ex-husband. So how long have you all been divorced?
We've been divorced for a year because he decided to step outside of our marriage and have another child.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
All right.
A mother stood before the judge, carrying a year of pain her ex-husband never acknowledged. To children, no support, no presence, and a betrayal she never saw coming. What she revealed in that courtroom about his choices left the judge completely speechless.
So he has an outside child. How old is that child?
He ought to be about 1.
Okay. Do you know where he works?
Yes, he owns his own mechanic shop.
All right. Do you know how much he makes?
I do. He makes about $120 a year.
Okay. Does he do anything financially to support the children?
Not really. He did while we were married, but since we've been divorced, no.
Okay. And you say he doesn't pick them up or anything like that?
Every once in a blue moon.
All right. All right. Do you pay health insurance or does he pay health insurance?
I pay for everything.
Okay.
He owns his own business. He earns 6 figures every single year. He has a 1-year-old outside child. And his 2 children from this marriage have seen almost nothing from him financially since the divorce. The judge had heard enough. The numbers were about to speak.
Okay. How much is the health insurance?
About $326 a month.
And that's for the children only, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So let's take a look here. I see that he did not show up for court today. All right. I noticed he was served to be here today, looking at the documents that are before me. You haven't talked to him at all?
I have not.
Okay. Did he say he wasn't coming to court today?
I have not talked to him,
Okay.
literally, in a couple of months.
Okay. Well,
She pays $326 every month just to keep her children insured. He pays nothing. He was legally served to appear in court today. He chose not to come. And that decision was about to cost him far more than he expected.
good thing about it is that I can continue to move forward and place him on child support today because he was served to be here. And he's technically on notice. So we're going to go ahead and move forward based on the testimony that you gave, okay? So at $120,000 a year, that's what you said he makes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have his gross at $10,000 a month. That would bring his net to $7,584.25. And you say you all have 2 children and he has 1 outside child. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The judge made it clear. Skipping court does not make the case disappear. He was served. He is on notice. The testimony she gave was all the court needed. $10,000 a month gross. The calculation was already underway, and the number was significant.
So giving him credit for that other child, that brings his child support to about $1,706. You said health insurance is $326 for the children?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to reimburse half of that to you, so that $163 plus $1,706 brings his monthly child support amount to $1,869 per month. Is there anything further you needed?
No.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
$1,869 every single month. That was the judge's final order. He thought skipping court would protect him. It did the opposite. If you believe every parent deserves accountability, drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, and never miss a ruling.